Hello, happiness abounder, and welcome back. We are wrapping up our theme week all about working through discomfort. And as you recall, the first thing to do is be aware of what's making you uncomfortable, what's triggering you, and how you tend to procrastinate or buffer away from that discomfort. Then we spoke a little bit about fear and how to work through that, and a couple of techniques and exercises in the moment or long term that can really help us there. So today I want to wrap up this working through discomfort by working and talking about the C.L.E.A.R model. Now the C.L.E.A.R model stands for circumstance, language, emotion, action, results. Right? I'm going to say that again. C.L.E.A.R is circumstance, language, emotion, action, results. And here's what it means. No matter the circumstance, it is neutral. It is the language that we use, the thoughts in our head, that change whether the circumstance is positive or negative. So when we talk about fear and discomfort, it all starts with the situation being neutral. I used the example the other day about speaking at a community event. Right? Public speaking is one of the biggest fears people have. It's very uncomfortable for them. So speaking at a community event is neutral territory. It's not positive, it's not negative, it's just a circumstance. But when we start to have thoughts around, oh no, I'm going to do it wrong, people are going to judge me, I'm going to be ostracized from the community because I stumbled over these words, then those thoughts lead to the emotions of anxiety, of fear, of worrying about what's going to happen, right? But when you have thoughts that are more on the positive side of things, like, this is a great opportunity for me to learn, and maybe my message will change someone's life, and I will be asked to speak again. Then your emotions are positive. Let's go through this. Let's do this. I am a great speaker. Situation is neutral. It's the thoughts that we have around it that really tip the scales one way or another. So those thoughts, the language you are using around that event, language, clear, right, is leading to your emotions. Then your emotions lead to the actions you are taking. So if you are in that negative space where your thoughts are how this is going to be a terrible thing, you're going to do just a crap job, and everyone's going to hate you, what does that do? That leads to those emotions of anxiety and fear and worry and discomfort. And then what actions do you take? Most of us take buffering actions because we don't want to focus on those fears. And most of us start to procrastinate from sitting down and working on that speech. Then what happens? That leads to the results. And the results may be that you skate by because you procrastinated last minute and now you've got it there. The results may be overeating. The results may be time wasting. Either way, that result, if you go that path, can lead to not really stepping into your true self. Now, on the other side, you start having that positive language about this is an opportunity. You're going to share your message. You're going to be asked to speak again and continue to be challenged. That leads to positive emotions. That leads to actions that result in you working on this speech, results in taking actions that are positive that direction as you're working towards it. So then, of course, the result is you give a great speech and your message impacted someone and you've up-leveled in your life because you've stepped into a challenge in a positive way. So this is a fundamental aspect, but I've saved it till the end because I think knowing the types of buffering, the procrastination, it's much more graspable, it's much more tangible than going, hey, your circumstances are neutral. But this is an important thing to remember. Your circumstances are neutral. The language you have in your head, the language of the thoughts you're having, one way or the other, lead to your emotions one way or the other, which leads to your actions one way or another, which leads to your results, right? As we go through that C.L.E.A.R model, we can see that it can be applicable to everything, right? You get in a car accident, you get rear-ended. Situation's neutral. The thoughts you have around it make you angry and mad, or make you easygoing and like, oh, well, everybody's okay, right? You've there's two sides there, but your thoughts around, your language in your head around the circumstance is what takes it from being neutral to positive or negative, leading to those emotions, the next actions, and then of course the results. So super simple, and this is based on the model that Brooke Castillo has established. I've tweaked it a little bit to, I think, make sense more for me at least, and for hopefully you. But you can always check her out too. She's a great resource. She has a podcast called The Life Coach School, and she occasionally goes through this model on her podcast as well. But like I said, I've tweaked it a little bit to match more of my style and change the name and a couple of other small pieces to really make it work for you, the listener of my show. But that said, discomfort. It really is fear hiding in disguise. And we can work through that fear in such a variety of ways. But one of the first and foremost ways is understanding that the thoughts and the language you use leads to the rest. So that said, I'm going to end with that today. I hope that this has helped. I hope that you've been able to work through your discomfort. I had a lot of you reach out to me and say, oh my gosh, I was totally buffering when I was listening or watching your video on IGTV, or when I was listening to your podcast. I was buffering because I didn't want to pay attention to something that I was procrastinating on. And I was like, that's awesome. Like, it's so cool to have that awareness and see that, oh wait, I'm actually doing this. How can I up-level my life? So I'm so honored to be a part of that journey and to be walking alongside you, and wanted to thank you for reaching out to me and letting me know that that episode and this week in particular has impacted you. If it has, and you haven't let me know, let the world know by sharing so on Apple Podcasts or on Facebook. There's opportunities there to leave written reviews, and it can help other people find the show, as well as really help me know that this show and these podcasts are helping you up level in your life. So that said, you can go to Happiness Abound blog on Facebook and leave a review, or you can look up Happiness Abound on Apple Podcasts and leave a review there. And I actually heard this on another podcast and I really liked it. They said that they deal in this currency where they share this information that is very helpful to you in your life, and if it is applicable, and if it has helped you, if it has made you think differently, the currency to exchange for that is to leave a review and let us know what you thought. And I really liked that. Now, I'm not going to ask you to have that exchange and that currency if the idea here has not resonated with you. But if it has, help other people change their life. And remember, they are capable of happiness abound by leaving a review, again, on Facebook or on Apple Podcasts. So that said, I'm going to leave you with that today. I'm going to wrap up this week about working through discomfort, and I hope that it has helped. So that said, remember the C.L.E.A.R model, and above everything else, remember, you are capable of happiness abound.